Hi friends, this is Tara with Tara's Whimsies Bakery. This is part 2 of the video of me demonstrating how I did the Pretty in Pink bear, and we've been working on one that has a little yellow dress and a little bit different dimensions as far as her head. I made her head just a touch bigger and rounder. Let's finish this one. I'm thinking about going ahead and doing a ruffle. I'm gonna do the band here, and then I'm gonna do the ruffle. So this one's gonna be a yellow and white bear. Do the yellow band, so let's get that done real quick. Let's go just a touch thinner. Okay, I just finished the back side. There's the front and here's the back. So I've got my white, which actually this is more of like an ivory or a warm white. I added a brown and white together and then split this and added more white with it. So that's the result, and I really like that. I didn't want it to be real stark white for this project. So I've already conditioned it plenty, and I'm going to roll it in a ball. Okay, I've started the ruffle, and this is how it's turning out. And I did it too thin right there, so this is what it's looking like. Can you see that? Okay, so trying to get it as even as possible. And all right, so what I'm doing is I'm just taking some small strips. I tried to use my little quilt cutter, and it actually gave me a good guide for me to follow for my scissors. I love to use scissors. It's just easy for me. You can do this in sections. Nobody's gonna know. Try to get it as even as possible. And then I just take my little tool, and I don't really know if this is going to make much of a difference. By the time I wind it and handle it, I may not see these little details. Okay, there's our next little piece. And we'll go ahead and come around here. I'm going to do this piece off. I'll do this back part with y'all, but I'm going to go around here. I need to see exactly what I'm doing. Okay, I'm back. That took some finagling to get around that leg, but I got it. And I just used my little flat silicone tool and pressed it up in there and curved it to the curves of the dress. Okay, now we're going to take another little piece. We don't have to have a great big piece. So I've got one here. Get my scissors and cut this. Turn it this way and do my little indents. See, by the time this little ragged part won't even show. See, it straightens out when you do your little indents or indentions. Okay. I'm just going to attach attach it. I'm going to come up to the top. Kind of do it like that. I mean, you don't normally want to see a seam like that, but I'll fix it. Just kind of attach it. Now, if your clay is dry, mine is sticking to itself right now. There's a ton of moisture in the air because we just had a bunch of ice and some snow. So everything is sticking almost too well. But anyway, you'll need to use some glue. Okay. I think I'm going to go over this little piece like this and just attach it here. Okay, so all I'm doing is taking my little flat tool and pressing up underneath here, making sure everything is making contact and getting nice and secure. Okay, making sure there's no gaps or tears, like there's a little tear right there. So we're just gonna, I'll get a little piece. Just, we'll come in from underneath and press it. That supports it. Okay. And that is that. That went pretty smoothly for my first ruffle. Okay. There we go. That looks cute. Okay, can y'all see that? So I'm going to take a little bit of my yellow and we're going to make a little pearl necklace. So you just take little balls and you start adding it. Now this is still kind of tacky, so I'm going to start about right here. Start about right there. And put our little necklace on. And we'll do a little pearl. I'll try to get them even. It's too big. Anyway, you're just gonna do yellow, white, and go around her neck. There's her little necklace. It goes all the way around. Okay. Now you can stop here and let it set up so you don't mess anything up, but for time's sake, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do a big bow back here. Okay, I've got a strip here cut for the bow, and I'm going to line it like this. This may or may not work. I've never done this before, so we're going to see. I'm going to get 2 of those snakes. They're fairly thin, but not so thin that they'll tear. Do rosettes, but I said no, I'm gonna do this. So let's press these together. So what I'm going to do is take my little tool again. Where's my little one? And we're going to go like this and make what would be the lace. You've got a bow mold. You could definitely use a bow mold. A bow mold. Yeah. I hope this works. The concept looks kind of cute. Alright, and we're going to turn it this way. And we're going to fold it in on itself. Just like that. Trying to keep this right here. Okay? And I'm going to gently press it in on itself. Like this. Like that. Okay? Trying not to work it too much. Leave it like that. Take your tool if you need to and try to pry it from itself. Press it up because I want that puffiness that you get with a bow. We're going to do that. Like that, okay? Alright, let's take a little bit of our yellow scrap that we've got over here. I'm going to do the same thing to the middle section. Sorry, I'm on a camera again. Little snake here. We're not using all of this, so I'm not worried about it being super. We're mainly going to use probably about that much. Oops. Okay. This may be too wide. If it is, it's too wide. Alright. So just cut this little bit off. We'll read the portion. I'm going to let this dry and we're going to attach it. Now I'm going to make the tails. Okay guys, I lost the video of me putting on the bow because my phone went dead and I didn't realize it because I have this thing way up in the air pretty much, and you know, my camera mount, and so my phone went off. But anyway, I think you saw the bow and how I made it, and then all I did was attach it, which was just it's clay on clay. It's not going anywhere, and I super glued it as well. So it's wet on wet clay. And so it stuck really well. And I super glued it just to secure it and make sure. And I put both of the little tails on and just, yeah, put that on. And that's what that looks like. Now we're going to go ahead and put her little bow on her head. I kind of started doing one right here. And I'm not going to talk during this portion. I'm just going to do a little speed up version. Okay, here she is. I am really pleased with how she turned out on her accessories. I just super glued her ribbon on her ear. And you can't see that ear at all, so I'm not going to worry about putting makeup in there. I am going to just do makeup in this one. And the last one I did some clay, but I think I'm just going to do some makeup. So let's make up her face, which is what I use is different color palettes of eyeshadow. So I'm not going to talk through it. I'm just going to do it and let you watch me do that. Okay guys, I really appreciate you watching and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I just got a few little things, little tweaking here and there to cover up some little mistakes, but nothing major, and everything is drying great. And y'all, thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you soon. Bye.